it does feel a bit like a giant time machine, and I can travel straight into the past. I'm Christine Rostron and I'm the Learning Manager at Scarborough Museums Trust. Star Carr is an archaeological site, and we found evidence of how people lived a long time ago. Star Carr is a site from the Mesolithic, and the Mesolithic is also called the Middle Stone Age, and that's about 11,000 years ago. In the learning team at Scarborough Museums, we use the objects from Star Carr to bring history to life and to find out more about how people used to live. Which stories should we tell? Who should tell the stories? And why are they important? It's so important to find out about the past and to find out about how people used to live, because we find out really more about people and their stories. What did they do? What did they make? And what did they think?
My name's Professor Nicky Milner. I'm at the University of York, and I was one of the directors at Star Carr, and we worked there for 15 years excavating the site.
Why did cavemen come to Britain?
We just called them people because they weren't living in caves, but people came to Britain after it got a bit warmer. So before we have Star Carr, there was a really cold period of time when people didn't live in Britain, and then the climate got warmer, the weather got warmer, and people began to move back into this part of the world where it was really nice to live and lots of animals to hunt and a lovely place to stay. So they started building houses there. But some people might have gone off from time to time, so there might have been hunting groups going off into the woods or going to the coast and getting some fish or some flint from the sea and bringing it back. So it probably changed a bit all year round, but for most of the time there were probably people there.
How many people lived in Star Carr?
Oh, that's such a difficult question to answer. People want to know. What we do know is that people lived there for 800 years, so that's a very long time. And we know that they were building houses on the site, and probably there were a few families in each house. So it's quite hard to say how many altogether. And we wonder whether at some times of the year, lots and lots of people got together for parties. So it probably varied through the year and at different times. So sorry, I can't really answer that question.
I would like to ask a question. Why was the lake there but now not?
So that's a really good question. When it was a lake, it had lots and lots of reeds around it, and all those reeds, they drop their leaves every year, and that just builds up, and it gets really muddy, and the mud gets muddier and muddier and muddier, and then there's less water because there's all that mud there, and over hundreds and thousands of years that all changes and it becomes fields, and that's what you can see today.
I want to ask a question to the Stone Age people. Did you have ink?
They didn't have ink, so they couldn't have written in school books or anything like that, but we do think that they used flint on stone to make marks, which perhaps was like some kind of writing, but we don't really know what that means.
What is your rarest find you have got?
Oh, well, one of the most rarest and most important finds we've got are the headdresses, and these are made out of red deer skulls, and they've got antlers coming out of them, and we think that people actually wore them on their heads. And if you even want to see one, you can go to the Rotunda Museum in Scarborough.
So there you have it. Birch bark rolls, barbed points, flint, animal remains, and the antler headdress. The objects belong to the people of Scarborough, and one of our jobs is to look after them for people to enjoy now and in the future.